Hello everyone, myself Himanshu Pandey, and in this presentation I'm going to present the accounting standard from the subject financial accounting. So we are going to cover the definition, few limitations and the benefit, then few example as a case studies. So let's get started with the definition part. Let's get started by the definition part. So the accounting standard are the rule and the guidelines to set by the governing bodies like FASB and IASB to the keep accounting practice consistent and the understandable across all the companies and the industries. So this was the definition which is set by the FASB and IASB, which is the governing bodies. So let's take an example and try to understand in the details like what is the accounting standard. So for example, ABC company has bought a second plant for $4 lakh. Then in the purchase of the contract, it started that the value of the land is $1 lakh, and after that and the value of the building is $3 lakh, and also the company pays the company pays the notary fees amount of $10,000 in the accounting. Company ABC lease a new machinery for the $120,000 and the duration of the 4 years. The annual rent amount of the company is $30,000 at the initial value of the transportation is $1 lakh. So this was in the statement, and the transaction for this accounting standard statement is this. So there are the three sections. First is a depreciation, first one is a description, and the third is a debit and the credit amount. So the first transaction is the land, which is for the 10 lakh and 25,000, and then second one is a building facilities, which is the 3 lakh and $75,000, and the third one is a cash, which is into the credited side for the 41 lakh. Actually the statement was in the dollar, and this amount is in the rupees. So these are the two differences in solving this. Similarly, machinery is 1 lakh rupees, and the prepaid expense is the $20,000 in debit side, and the long-term leases is 1,20,000 in the credited side. So this was the entries for the given transactions. So this was the example for the accounting standard. So after the example, let's move to the advantage of the accounting standard. So the first advantage of the accounting standard is tenors uniformity in the accounting, and the second one is improves responsibility of the financial statement, and the third one is prevents fraud and the accounting manipulations, and the last but not the least is accounting auditors. So these four were the accounting standards advantages, and after the advantages we will move to the limitation part. So there are two limitations of the accounting standard. First one is a difficulty between the choosing alternatives, and the second one is a restricted scope. So this was the limitations of the accounting standard. So this was the complete presentation about the accounting standard. So we have covered the definition, we have covered the one example as a case study, then we covered the limitation and the advantages. So this was the last slide of the presentation, and here I would like to end the presentation. Thank you so much.